What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is David, and in this tutorial video, I'm going to walk you through step 1 to step done on how to write a blog post that actually gets traffic and converts people who visit that blog post in some meaningful way. So let's get started. Why do people blog in the first place? So I have another video on this channel that kind of covers this topic in more detail, but in general, people blog, companies blog, etc. as a way to get organic search traffic. That's why you start a blog, because you want to get that traffic to your website and then convert that traffic in some meaningful way, whether that's affiliate marketing, display ads, getting people on your email list, buying some type of product or service that you're offering, etc. That's why you blog. And before you begin writing any type of blog post in the first place, you really do need to take a step back and think about like, what's your brand? What are you trying to build? Because with a website and blog, you have two different options. Option number one is to build some sort of like niche oriented website, which I've done in the past. Like I have a large ESL website about teaching English abroad and teaching English online. That website is a brand. I'm not associated with it. You would have no idea that I'm associated with it, but it's a website that exists, gets traffic, and makes sales. Or you can build like some sort of personal brand, which is sort of like what I'm doing with this YouTube channel and what I do with my public website that's actually now my name, because I moved everything from websitecreatepro.com to my name. And the advantage of building a personal brand is that you have a lot more flexibility. You can veer into different topics as appropriate. So when you're building a brand, you got to make this decision early on, whether or not you're going to build like a niche website that's a little bit more focused. And the advantage of that is that you can rank a lot more easily for specific phrases and terms because you build authority within a topic, or you can build like a personal brand, which allows you to pivot into different topics in different categories and allows you to make a much larger, more expansive website. All right, so if you get nothing else out of this video, the one key thing that I want you to take away with blogging is to just don't wing it. Because I do website reviews on Fiverr, and the biggest mistake I constantly see from new bloggers and people who have like an e-commerce website, they're a dentist or a lawyer, whatever they have some type of specific service that they're offering. They always start a blog and then they just wing it and they create whatever content they want. Winging it doesn't work. You have to do keyword research. You have to create content that people actually want. And then you have to create best in class content. And so what I just mean is like, you can't assume things. For example, on this channel, I have a Fiverr tips video and it does really well consistently because I'm a top rated Fiverr seller. I actually make money from the Fiverr affiliate program. Those videos do pretty well and they're pretty consistent with getting views on a regular basis. Well, what if you do keyword research on like something like Fiverr tips? Is it going to be a good blog post? The answer is no. So if you do keyword research, you're going to quickly find that people aren't looking for something called Fiverr tips. Instead, people are looking for how to sell on Fiverr. Like that is the specific keyword that people are actually looking for, not Fiverr tips. So even though I have a piece of content that does really well that's called Fiverr tips, it doesn't translate into a blog post. And my whole point is like, you don't want to wing it and end up wasting your time by writing a whole lot of blog posts that end up just not getting traffic, not getting attention, which is defeating the whole point of why you blog in the first place, which is to get organic search traffic that you can convert in some meaningful way. So in addition to not winging it, you have to do keyword research. And I have other videos on this channel about keyword research. My personal tool of choice is Ubersuggest because it's a one-time fee. So that's what I would suggest most people use because you can do enough with that tool to get an idea as to the search volume of any type of keyword phrase that you plug in. There's also aHrefs and SEM Rush. I have, again, another video that compares those two and like what's the difference, etc. The primary difference with these three tools is Ubersuggest, one-time fee, so it's the most cost-effective option. I really like aHrefs for their backlink checker, so you can do like competitive research on the backlink profile of another website to see like where they're getting their links from, where they're creating guest posts for, etc. And then SEM Rush or SEM Rush, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it's called. SEM Rush, in my opinion, has the best competitive research tool. So competitive research tool means that you can plug in your competitor's website into SEM Rush and it will tell you what keyword phrases and what blog posts are actually driving traffic to that website. And then you can kind of reverse engineer their blog posts for your own website. Blog post titles are essential to get right. So writing a blog post title is not the same as something like a YouTube video where you can kind of get away with being a little bit more cute and clever. Something like, would you eat here at this mysterious place? Like that doesn't work with a blog post. You really need to title it the specific keyword that people are searching for, because again, with a blog, the goal is to get organic search traffic. So on my website, I have a blog post titled How to Start a Vlog, because that actually has a little bit of search volume to it. And so I vlog and I have experience vlogging, so I can help people and create a helpful blog post. Now, I can't just title the blog post like whatever I want, like vlogging changed my life or something. No, you have to title it How to Start a Vlog, because that's what people are typing in. And so you have to look at the search results page, type in how to start a vlog, take a look at like what other websites are titling that blog post, and then kind of emulate, but don't copy, if that makes sense. And you also have to use some copywriting skill as well to make a more compelling and interesting title. So don't just title it like How to Start a Vlog and that's it. Like something like The Stunning Truth of How to Start a Vlog is a little bit more interesting and compelling, if that makes any sense. Create the best in class piece of content. So what I mean by that is you do keyword research, you find a keyword phrase that you want to create a blog post on. Before you begin any type of writing, take that keyword and go directly to Google and see what the result page is. See what's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And think about how you can make a piece of content that's better. In addition, with highly competitive keyword phrases, you are going to need to link build, unfortunately, okay? And so link building is not some super secret like technique like you'll see on Facebook groups. Everyone's asking like, what's the super secret technique? Like, no, there isn't. Like, just link build. Link building means like you go to websites that are relevant to what your website is about, high quality, high traffic websites, and then you give and receive. So it's like you give free content, you get a link back to your website, you build relationships with other people, with other bloggers, etc. I know everyone wants to like stay behind their blog and stay behind the keyboard all the time, but like it's called the internet. You have to interact with other people. Links are incredibly valuable and they are essential if you want to rank for really competitive phrases. Not so much if you want to rank for underserved topics. Which brings me to my next point, create content on underserved topics. So when you use your favorite keyword tool of choice, and you find a keyword phrase that has maybe like 1,000 search volume, that kind of range, and the top search result would be maybe a forum or a Quora post, something like that. That's an underserved topic. Enough search volume to warrant creating a blog post, and there's no real quality piece of content on that topic. Combine smaller keywords into one bigger blog post if it makes sense. So on my website, I have a blog post called The Best Cameras for YouTube. And so that's a keyword phrase that people are looking for, but people are also looking for like best camera for YouTube vlogging, best camera for YouTube streaming, best cheap YouTube camera. Those are all separate keyword phrases. So you take those separate keyword phrases, plug them into Google, see what's ranking, and see like, does this kind of content make sense just to combine into one massive blog post? And so whenever you find like a variety of smaller keyword phrases that are all kind of related, consider putting it together as just one big blog post so you have the best chance to like rank for a variety of keyword phrases and you create a nice long piece of content that's really helpful for the end visitor. But again, it just depends on the keyword phrase. So like with web hosting, there's people are typing in like best free web hosting, best shared web hosting, best VPS hosting. Does that make sense to combine into one massive blog post? Probably not, because the search volume for something like best VPS hosting, best shared hosting, those things are so wide and different and has such a significant amount of search volume for like shared hosting and best free hosting. It does kind of make sense to create an independent blog post that just goes after that specific keyword phrase. So what types of content are you going to be creating as a blogger? Well, in my opinion, it really comes down to 5 styles of content. The first one is product and software reviews, which is going to form the bulk of your affiliate income. Then you also have your list posts, which I'm sure you've seen before, like 7 best XYZ for 1, 2, 3, that type of content. You can create comparison contents like A versus B if it makes sense. Again, it comes back to keyword research. And then last, tutorials and answering questions are always good pieces of content if the search volume is there. Now, just remember with blog posts, your goal is to create the best in class piece of content, and every single blog post should have some specific goal. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at like an e-commerce website, they create a great piece of content, then there's like no internal links to anything. Like there's no link into the product, there's no link into the email list. Like every single blog post should have some type of specific goal associated with it. So if you're creating like a product or software review blog post, the goal of that should be to make affiliate sales. If you're creating something like, I don't know, how to make money online, some type of like really broad, high traffic keyword phrase, Well, that doesn't really have any specific search intent. Like who knows what that kind of person is searching for? They could be looking for anything, like how to make money from surveys, how to make money from YouTube, how to make money from Fiverr. So a piece of content like that is usually best monetized through growing your email list or using display advertising. Categories. So just make sure to have categories that make sense for your website. So if you have a personal finance website, you should have categories related to personal finance. You don't want to have irrelevant categories for your website like thoughts and blogs, and my favorite, uncategorized. Categories should be keywords specific to what your website is about, so your website is organized in a logical way. And then within those category pages, you want to create content. So within WordPress specifically, you can navigate to your category pages, then write a quick little description for the end user. That not only helps search engines, it also just helps the end user understand what the piece of content, what that category page, etc. is all about. So with a brand new blog, I would recommend starting at least 4 categories, no more than that, because that's quite plenty to get started with. And then build up those category pages to at least 20 blog posts a category before you introduce a new category and expand from there. Design enhances content. So to finish off this video, I just want to emphasize that design does matter. Unfortunately, a lot of people are not designers and they don't like that design matters, but design really helps build trust and authority with your website. A good design helps make your website easy to navigate. Your content is scannable. Your content should be constantly maintained and updated. So yeah, you should be jumping into your blog posts every 3 months, every 6 months, and make sure that the content is up to date and relevant. Make sure that your content is scannable by using H1, H2, H3 title tags. Make sure that any type of offer within the blog post stands out with a product box potentially. My personal favorite is to use Stackable, for example, for any type of affiliate promotion within a specific blog post. And just overall, care about the website, care about the user experience, and pay attention to your analytics. All right, everyone, that's it for this video on how to write a blog post that actually ranks, gets traffic, makes sales, and helps people. Hope you enjoyed the video and hope you learned something. If you did, consider subscribing and hit that like button. My name is David. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.